Well.
Well. Yeah, Chukwudi just said he's bouncing back, from cold and Qatar. And I'm like, why don't you share those bouncing back strategies to the Super Eagles?
Which is Super Eagles.
To the Super Eagles.
Those ones where they run like a Barbados span.
Can you run for
That was like a Barbados span.
Can you run for 5 minutes on the field?
Please,
We
how
banned the
did
team. Give us younger
Ekong-
people. Nigeria has a lot of talent waiting to be exposed.
Are those ones?
Let's not waste time on this matter, please.
No, they are not. They
Please, how
tried.
did Ekong do the own goal yesterday? I didn't. And luckily I didn't see it. It was devastating.
I think young people put them under real pressure. That was what happened. Those South Africans were fleet-footed and young. Nigeria has more than what it needs. Let's be fair in choosing.
Chooks, you're welcome back.
It is not. That is not even on the headline.
How are you doing now?
I am back.
That is not even
like
on
a
the.
bad penny.
So you're welcome back.
I missed you guys.
It's good
Can
to
we
have
start?
you.
Can we start?
Let's go, please.
Yes. Daily Demola, please. Yes. I talk too much, but you are taking over.
Go on,
Daily,
Mrs. Simpson.
Clear, yeah?
Daily Trust.
Yeah, Daily Trust.
Yes, Daily Trust leads with how flood swept away 2 sisters, others in Zaria. Unfortunate incident. Now, female accountant found dead inside car in FCT. Condemnations as Israel military hits Hamas leaders in Doha. And Nigeria's 2026 World Cup hopes uncertain after South Africa draw. Well, just a bit just a bit below the nameplate. We won't implement fuel tax now. Oyedele, ways to recover funds sent to wrong account. I think this should interest a lot of us. Now, why suicide is becoming common. And then the last story here says DSS resolves Nupeng Dangote Group raft strike suspended. That's from the Daily Trust. I quickly move on to leadership. And leadership leads with CBN targets $1 billion monthly diaspora remittances next year as Tinubu orders clamp down on unregulated digital currencies. Boat accidents, NIWA bans on licensed operators, illegal loading points on waterways, and 8 die in suspected ulcer outbreak, and that's the Adamawa government. You can't resume now, Senate tells Natasha. Reps give minister 48 hours to appear over train derailment. No tax ID, no contracts, new act stipulates, and there's no immediate plans to implement 5% fuel tax. That's again from the leadership. I could go on if Demola allows me. Demola, I think it's your turn.
Okay, all right. Let me just, I think I have the Daily Times newspaper with me. And just above the nameplates, multiple taxation killing hotel business in Nigeria Association. Then beside it, Ignore NAS, get ready to resume plenary. PDP charges Senator Akpoti Uduaha. Details of that story can be found on page 14. Now the major headline reads, Economy reforms wound temporary recovery permanent. Shatima, details on page 15. Then we have NCAA summons airlines over passengers' recurrent complaints. Details on page 7. UK government announces $19 million pound funding for climate resilience, health development in Nigeria. CBN molds collaborations with finance, trade ministries, budget office. Rep summons transport minister over train derailment. Nupeng suspends strikes, reaches agreement with Dangote refinery. Details on page 11. Chooks.
Demo, good to see you again. Ignore
Good to have you back.
Thank you, my dear. Ignore NAS. prepare to resume, PDP charges Senator Natasha.
Yeah.
And they ask if PDP has the power to get Natasha to resume. Yeah, it has some representatives, in the Senate but I don't know whether they have the numbers to overturn anything. In real terms, what we're dealing with here is, does the Senate have a legal point by saying that a court of appeal matter has to be resolved first, and thereafter it will determine how to respond to how the court of appeal is responding to the matter. What they is saying is that there's an ongoing court case concerning Senator Natasha's matter. It is no longer, we've suspended you only. Matters went to court.
But there was an initial ruling on that matter,
yes,
which needed to be vacated.
Really?
If you don't vacate that, then you cannot hold. Well, I'm not a lawyer.
You see?
But our legal.
Just keep quiet.
No, Chukwudi.
Look, we know box for.
No. Our rudimentary knowledge of law says that once there is a judgment, you have to service that judgment.
Claire, you're not their learned friend. Do you know why I say this? This seesaw way of running Nigerian life does not make any meaning to me anymore. Since what you and I say in the studio, since our studio law is not going to apply, go to the ultimate. Let them resolve it in the courtroom so that we don't waste time.
And PDP asking her to prepare.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how PDP hopes to do that.
To implement it.
That's what he just said.
That's the point, my dear. I know you're clear. To tell you the truth, there are certain things these men in wig say that appall me in my ignorance about law. I'm appalled. Because some of what I hear from them does not even satisfy natural law. But they tell you that the law is an ASS sometimes. So it doesn't matter. Claire, we have said what you should say.
We'll keep an eye on that.
The tanker, Nupeng and the Dangote truck drivers matter is resolved, Abi? So many Nigerian problems are artificial problems. Lead me to my opinion. I tend to know what I'm talking about sometimes.
I think if what we hear, we heard in the news is
Yes.
what the decision, the major decision that Dangote has agreed to get its own truck workers unionized. I think it's the way to go. These things you give some, you take some. You cannot win all at the time. So if Dangote actually said, okay, unionize, just for peace to reign, I think it's commendable. It's a commendable step. Yes, and the bank should also fulfill their own part of the bargain.
I nicknamed him Dangi Baba because I don't think we're going to see fuel scarcity in this country anymore. But that's not to say he's God. Homer would not sometimes. However, he wrote the series he wrote. That means that even the best would make mistakes. Over time, anyway. His truck drivers would have unionized because by the time they want to give me a bad name that is suppressing workers' rights, he wouldn't like to go that route. I have a feeling about Dangote, about certain things I don't think he would like to do. So it's a good thing. It's all ending well.
CBN targets
and it's also good that there is clarification on this fuel tax now, that it will not be implemented, because that was also bring some controversy over the week, and now it's resolved.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Dialogue is not only when you sit there, and I sit here, and we start joy. Dialogue could also be your reaction to a complaint I made. The understanding we had was that everything about the new tax laws would kick off on January 1. Is fuel tax part of the new tax laws? First of all, I always like to speak naturally before I begin to speak intellectually or like somebody in a debate. Nature conquers everything. Okay, so we are dialoguing. If there has not been a pushback, would Oga Oyedele
give clarification?
These are the issues, So it's a good thing Nigerians are not somnambulistic about it. They are not sleepwalking about these things. They are responding to it. It is also a good thing that government on their part are not saying good riddance. They are responding as well. Always talk when you can talk.
Yeah.
You know, I think one other thing, I was just going through it, that first of all, it's not even a new law, that it was only restated in the Nigerian Tax Administration Act 2025.
Yes.
The law had actually been existing since 2007 under the Federal Road Maintenance Agency FEMA Act, you know, where it was designed as a user charge to fund road maintenance. You know,
Part of what the Tinubu administration is doing is to give teeth to dormant Nigerian statutes. Many of the things he's doing now, they are really not new. It's like Wike and tenement rates in Abuja. The law has always been there. But an incumbent that can make it happen would always be a problem till the incumbent that wants to make it happen comes on the scene.
Chukwudi, I think if you take the fuel subsidy, for instance, and if you gauge the pulse of Nigerians, you discover that the Nigerians are not even afraid. Look at NEPA bill, you know, electricity bill.
Yes.
Nigerians are not afraid of, you know, paying taxes or, you know, their bills. But what they want to see is the fruit. Is the fruit of the monies you collect. It's just like yesterday we were discussing the, what do you call it? These are excessive charges by banks, you know, in the name of SMS, you know, and all the data usage and all of that. And you're saying, I mean, I'm paying.
But you cannot say,
you know, yes,
transparency,
exactly,
accountability, and all that.
It's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay. No problem.
You know, so let us see.
Yes.
Let us see
What
those,
you are
like you
using
said,
the
what we are
money
using the
for.
money
So
for.
where's the fuel tax you have paid? So that we see the process. Where's the fuel tax you have paid?
You
want to preempt January 1?
No.
You
are
cross that
no.
bridge
You
when
don't
you
understand.
get there.
You don't. What I'm saying is whether it was January 1, whether it is what we are saying is Nigerians would pay the tax when it eventually, you know, starts being implemented.
So
that's what I'm trying to say.
So let us do this. We have it's law already anyway.
Of course.
What the Tinubu tax laws have essentially done is to make it difficult for you to evade tax. The business between you, the banks, and government is the real thing. Let people understand that. Some of us are not paying as much as we would have paid.
Do you know that? Do you know that?
So wait till that time. My father would tell you when he was still alive, do not say that this is what he wanted to say. Tell me what he said. Let the tax be taken, then when it is not used, you talk that time. Otherwise, we'll be complaining the way we always complain.
Do you know that if Minister Wike comes to our district, I mean the district I call MNK district, Maraba Yanyakaru district, and say, look, I want to do something, will you vote for me? Chukwudi, the whole of Kurudu, Karichi will vote for that man. You know why? Because we don't have a smooth. Someone said
you now have a Tokunadu.
You understand? No, we have a smooth road, and the Karu side, the Karu new side, is being dualized. In fact, I was very happy yesterday. So these are the things, and then you come to the government itself. You find the things that are being done in the healthcare sector.
Yes.
You look at the maternal newborn.
Yes.
You look at the dialysis. You know.
The first thing that happened. A man was in my car. He said, the FCT authorities contracted people to start collecting their revenue directly in hospitals. And they started getting times 5 of what they were getting.
How were they doing
The
that?
monies maybe were not coming as much as they would come. He was a health worker, the person talking to me. So, my dear sister, I keep on saying Nigerians should all look inwards and correct themselves. Then we all correct ourselves on the open field.
Well, success is not accident.
For the sake
it's
of...
a period of hard work. It's as a result of hard work. So thank you.
You're really happy to see me back.
Yeah, we're good to have you.
I feel good, like Papa JB.
You called me Miss Simpson. I'll respond.
You were
All right,
talking like
let's
a
take
British
a short
woman.
break. We'll be right back.